Hi Saj, welcome to the Soul Song. My name is Nina. This is your 2020 vision reading, also known as Shine Bright Like a Diamond. I'm actually using a diamond layout, which is why I'm calling it that. This layout is inspired by a Lenormand layout that Layla from the Lenormand Reader has used in her readings of late. So shout out to Layla. Do check out her channel if you enjoy Lenormand readings. And yeah, so to begin with, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you're returning here, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. If you're new here, do consider subscribing if you like the reading, if you enjoy the reading. Okay, so 2020 for me is the energy of aligning with our true self, aligning with our new, with things, people, places that are a vibrational match for who we are now. Okay, I say now because a lot of changes have happened in 2019 in most of our lives as a collective. A lot of tower moments and a lot of earth shattering, probably just internal processes happening, okay, internal shifts, which may or may not have manifested physically. But I feel like 2020 is perhaps the year where a lot of these shifts are going to manifest physically, okay, in the 3D. So the emphasis here is on, like I said, perhaps moving, relocating, because we're seeking new experiences, we're seeking, I feel like a lot of us have this urge to meet with our soul family, with people, speaking of which, this is the card at the bottom of the deck. Aligning ourselves with people who are our support system, who we vibe with, okay? And this could involve, like I said, relocating or moving. So that's a big theme that I'm seeing. Besides that, there's a huge emphasis on structure, hierarchy, all the Capricornian root chakra energy, which has to do with foundations, authority, either wanting to bring about changes in authority and structure in your life, or just being your own authority, okay, taking responsibility for yourself. So this involves perhaps starting something from scratch, building a new foundation in your life, in any area of your life, okay? It could be career, it could be even relationships. So a lot of emphasis is on these themes, and a lot of energy is in Capricorn, and January is going to be quite instrumental. I feel it's going to propel us into the new vibration, okay, the new energy that we are moving into in 2020, okay? And there are eclipses in January. All right, so let's see. At the bottom of your deck we have the 8 of Pentacles. Now it's a bit funny, but fire signs are getting more earthy energies and earth signs are getting more fiery energy. So I feel like people are balancing out, or yeah, kind of changing a bit in terms of seeking new experiences in life. But anyway, this is about you working on yourself, working on things that matter to you is what I'm hearing, okay? Self-mastery, of course, and also being really focused, not being shy of hard work, not being shy of putting in the ground, the grassroots level effort, okay, and doing things that are, what I'm hearing is putting your head down and focusing on what you need to do, okay. So I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on you being really focused, trying to perhaps gain new skills, working on not just yourself in terms of your career and your vocation, your studies for that matter, but working on yourself as a person, okay, and personality development is what I'm getting at. Okay, so this is a great energy to be in, and we have another 8 at the bottom of the deck, which is a more watery energy. So let's see. Wow. This card in this exact placement was for Aries as well, which I did previously. Then you have the Page of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 9 of Wands, okay, lots of fiery energy, King of Pentacles, Death, okay, that's the first major arcana in your reading, and the second one is the Hierophant. Wow, a lot of changes happening, okay. Right off the bat, what I'm hearing is you being in touch with your inner child. You doing only what pleases you is what I'm hearing, okay. So this, I feel, is going to be a major emphasis in your life. And now at the bottom of the deck we have the 8 of Cups. Okay. As the central energy, the focal point, we have the Page of Cups. Pages are seen as messengers in a way. They are also that first spark, that initiation, that change of direction happening, okay. And this is a very innocent, childlike energy. It is being inspired, being not inhibited by fear, okay. That is what I'm hearing. It's a bit like going back to who you were as a child, what it is that you enjoyed doing, what it is that moved you, that sparked your interest, what inspired you, what motivated you, what did you really feel like doing, how did you feel as a child, okay. That is the kind of energy that you are perhaps embodying for the most part in 2020. Going back to perhaps the drawing board and seeing what is it that you really wanted to do when you didn't have any burdens of expectations or conditioning or anything else to deviate you, okay, from your path. So to begin with, we have the Ace of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So you're starting the year on a very positive note, feeling inspired, perhaps enjoying your time with your family, being quite close to them, or even for some of you getting engaged or married, okay, to someone. I often see the King of Pentacles as like someone who is husband material, or for men, wifey material, okay. Don't go by the gender of the cards. Then for some of you, you could perhaps be buying a new home or selling your home and investing somewhere else, or moving to a new place, new locality is what I'm hearing. There's also some movement happening here. There's definitely some major changes, okay, but I'll get to that later on with the Death card and the Hierophant. it should suffice to say that by the end of the year, you're not going to be the same person anymore, okay? That's just what I'm seeing. So, with the Ace of Wands, you're feeling really pumped, okay? You're feeling energetic. There's a new opportunity, perhaps. This could have something to do with a job, or even you starting a new business or something that is exciting for you, a new project, or even perhaps studying something new, okay? But I feel like this definitely has something to do with wealth creation and something that is long term, okay? Something that brings stability and structure into your life. And it's also going to be quite a busy time for you. The starting of the month is what I'm starting of the year, I'm sorry. Then we have the Hierophant, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Some of you could definitely be getting married, okay? Most certainly. You could be getting a proposal for marriage, which you may be a little scared to take, is what I'm seeing, because it involves a huge change. It calls for you to perhaps make some major changes in your lives. I mean, that is quite obvious. Changes are bound to happen if you're getting married. But for others of you who are perhaps married, you could perhaps be thinking of extending or starting a family with your partner, okay? I am seeing that. And it's really interesting, but how you're feeling at a subconscious level or at a soul level is really interesting. I'll come to that later. The Hierophant is the number 5, which also to me is about changes. And I was speaking about structure, authority, hierarchy, which is the energy of the Hierophant, okay? So this could be you perhaps even dealing with an organization or some kind of an authority figure, someone who is perhaps a mentor, and you learning something from them, okay? That requires you to put in a lot of effort, okay? But you're strong, you're resilient, you're not giving up, even because you actually enjoy doing this, okay? Whatever it may be. It could very well be a completely new kind of work that you're not familiar with, okay? Which is why you may be perhaps working on your skills and mastering them this year, okay? This is especially applicable to those of you who are perhaps just graduating this year and moving into a new job, okay? For you, yeah, this is the reading for you. Then towards the end of the year, we have Death, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Another 5. So there's definitely some more changes taking place towards the end of the year. And you may be perhaps embarking on something new, okay? That involves a major change in your life. It involves that's basically asking you, or it's asking you to basically change and completely transform your current situation or you as a person. You may be somebody who is quite comfortable with the status quo, with the way things have been traditionally, and this new line of work or whatever it may be in your case is calling for a major change. It is calling for you to shed old skin and sort of be reborn into somebody who takes on this challenge head on, okay? With the Page of Wands here, this is definitely something that perhaps excites you, that inspires you to move forward, and something that you can see potential in, okay? You are basically grabbing onto that Ace of Wands and then taking it forward, starting a new journey, a new path, or walking on a new path, okay? I'll just clarify the Five of Pentacles here. Why is... okay, get the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like for some of you this involves perhaps leaving your current environment and moving, okay, which involves a lot of strategic planning. For others of you, there's something going on in your home environment beneath the surface that you may not be aware of, and when it comes to light, perhaps you are going to feel a little betrayed, or yeah, I don't see this as a very negative thing. It's just that there may be something happening with regards to your home, property, your shared collective wealth, okay, things like that. And I'm hearing don't be naive, because you may be perhaps too trusting. So be a little careful, especially when it comes to finances, okay, things to do with money. Don't sign any contracts unless you have all the details. It's nice to be inspired, to feel excited to embark on a new journey, but make sure that you have all the facts in front of you, okay? Because there may be somebody who is perhaps hiding some important facts and details from you, which may sort of go against you, especially in terms of money, okay, in case of finances. The Five of Pentacles I also see as you perhaps rejecting something because it doesn't really align with you, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be someone abandoning you. This could be you abandoning, or you leaving behind something that seems to be very attractive and alluring, but it's not really sitting well with you. It's not in alignment with your perhaps beliefs and principles, and it's almost like a spiritual journey that you are undertaking, okay? It's a difficult lesson that you know you're learning, but that's how most spiritual awakenings take place, okay, through difficult times and through challenges. So this, I also see this as that, okay, the Five of Pentacles. Some of you could perhaps be, like I said, leaving your home to embark on a new journey, and that's definitely going to be a huge change in your life, okay? But you're excited about it, you're positive, you're adventurous, you're seeking something new, and it probably, what I'm hearing is penny pinching. Even if this involves a bit of penny pinching, it's something that you are going to do because it excites you, because you feel this is the right thing to do, okay? And we have the Ace of Cups now at the bottom of the deck, which could as well be this love offer. Okay, this is a very strange message, but for some of you, what I'm seeing is you perhaps eloping from your home, okay, to perhaps get married to somebody. Wow, this is the first time I've gotten such a message. It's funny. But this is possible for at least one of you out there who's watching. You could really be eloping from your home to get married or to be with somebody you love, okay? Wow. So at a subconscious level, this is interesting. We have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So again, I'm seeing that There may have been certain expectations and things that have bogged you down in terms of your conditioning, your bringing, okay? Things to do with your family life, perhaps, which are coming to light now. What I'm feeling is that you're dropping all of these wands and going back to who you were, okay? Carrying only your part of the burden, carrying only what belongs to you, okay? Your responsibility, and moving forward. So this to me is a huge spiritual lesson. You perhaps closing some kind of a chapter, realizing that all this while things that may have happened in while you were growing up have really affected you, and you seeing them as clear as day, and now there's this renewed sense of enthusiasm and looking forward to the future with positivity because of doing the work, okay? Because you've understood what's been perhaps blocking you spiritually, okay? This is nice. When it comes to your external appearance or the way you come across in to others, okay, externally, I feel like it's fairly stable, but there's a lot going on within you. You may be even changing the way you look, working on yourself, perhaps, you know, doing things like going to the gym, doing practical things that sort of are going against your status quo, okay? Something that requires you to perhaps break out of your shell and do something radically different. You may be changing the way you look, like I said, and completely transforming into a new person, and that's going to be visible. At least by the end of the year, people are going to see that you've changed a lot in 2020, okay? And this is, I feel, quite, it's going to be visible quite evidently externally, okay, to people. But when it comes to your career and finances and things that really matter, these things of like your 3D reality, okay, material aspects and what you value, what anchors you in life, you're very committed, you're very, very stable when it comes to those things, okay? So you could be making a decent amount of money this year, or there may be somebody who is perhaps supportive. Yeah, that is quite possible. But there is a lot of stability when it comes to like the basics, okay? Your basic needs and necessities and desires in life. But I feel like what you're doing is in 2020 you're seeking a new experience, okay? And you're going against the grain. This might surprise a lot of people is what I'm feeling. So we have community, the garden and the gate. Okay, incidentally that comes on top of the Hierophant. And that's a bit funny, I'll tell you why. Then we have fog, veiled. Okay, that is the Seven of Swords energy. Invocation, observer. Not for you. Okay, so there is definitely some kind of temptation or somebody or something that appears to be what it's not, and the message from spirit is very clear. It's not for you, so stay away from that. if somebody is perhaps tempting you into doing something that looks really exciting, but you're not too sure of this person's intentions or where it may take you 2 years or 3 years down the line, then the guidance here is to step back and to observe the situation from a distance. Observe perhaps, this is strange, but I'm actually hearing perhaps keep an eye on this person, okay, from a distance perhaps, because they may not be who they seem to be in front of you. You could definitely, I feel like you're going to be very connected to spirit, okay, if you are somebody who perhaps is into crystals and you like to, light up incense and meditate or invoke your spirit guides and get messages and insights from them, then that's going to be really helpful to you. The other thing that I'm seeing is there's something to do with like this 10 of Pentacles and the community. There's something to do with people around you who you may be a little naive with, okay? You may be a little, I'm getting a very shy kind of vibe from this Sagittarius. I don't know who I'm reading for, but you may be a little too trusting, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. So be a little careful of that. So I was talking about this card, the Garden and the Gate above the Hierophant. This is about you being comfortable, okay? You're in a good space, but I feel like it's not necessary that if you're comfortable, you're happy. You may be feeling like there is something out there that is more promising, but for that you'll have to open the gate. You'll have to step out of your comfort zone. You may be very well taken care of, okay? You may be perhaps okay. So there's a message I'm getting with regards to that marriage proposal that I was seeing in the beginning of the reading. Be really careful about committing to someone or some institution, okay, which seems really promising, but there may be things that you may not be aware of, okay? And I'm definitely seeing that what is hidden beneath the surface is something you should be wary of. It is not meant for your highest good, okay? There may be certain people perhaps talking behind your back as well. That is also something that I'm seeing. But coming back to this energy, if you are perhaps feeling stifled in some close group or some institution or even a commitment of any other sorts, but you feel like your needs are being met, your basic needs are being met there, but you're not really happy, the message from Spirit is to open the gate, okay, to cross that fence, because you are not listening to that inner child of yours, which is seeking something else, which is seeking a new experience, even if that involves you being uncomfortable, even if that involves some kind of a temporary sacrifice that you may have to make. Wow, this is deep. I was not expecting this. I don't know why this happens, but this is the case with most of my readings, okay? So I use tarot a lot for like a psychological analysis of myself as well, okay? So anyway, coming back to the reading, yeah, this is pretty much what I'm seeing, and this is very interesting, perhaps the most interesting reading I've done so far. So, coming back to your overall energy, focus on what matters to you, focus on yourself, and really work on things that you want to work on, okay? I'm also, again, big emphasis on personal development, okay? Things that you personally are interested in working on yourself. Okay, so that was your reading. I hope this was useful, and I hope you have a fantastic 2020, and take advantage of all the opportunities that are coming your way. So yeah, if you'd like a direct reading, you can get in touch with me on the soul song 11, the number 11 at gmail.com. And I'll leave you here. Take care. I'll see you in another video. God bless. Bye bye.